Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Hello, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Samantha.
Lisa.
What the hell is happening with you?
What?
I'm looking at you.
I look fabulous. Don't even say anything.
Friends of the podcast, I got to paint the picture because you can't see her like I can.
Don't paint the picture.
I'm painting the picture. She's looking good. She's looking good.
I'm looking good.
You're looking good. However.
Well, thank God.
Can I mention? You got new glasses.
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing some new glasses, Samantha. Sexy specs.
That's not what you called them, Lisa.
I didn't. I called them Harry Carey glasses.
If anybody knows who that is, you just gotta Google it.
Right? That's all you gotta do, right?
You're
just
so
Google.
rude. You're so rude.
I'm not that rude. It's just an observation.
Really?
Yeah. Right?
I like them.
That's all that matters. You gotta wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what I think.
That's okay, because the funny story, when I was looking for glasses, I was sending you pictures,
yes,
and I was sending John pictures, and when I sent him the picture of me wearing these glasses, he thought it was a joke. And I'm like, well, that's not going to be great.
But this is how strong of a woman you are, Samantha. You went with them anyways.
I did.
They weren't my pick either. I'm like, they seem really big. I'm afraid that they're too big for your face. And your boyfriend thought they were a joke, and you're like, and I'll take them.
And I'll take them.
These are the ones for sure. The ones nobody is approving of. The ones everybody's kind of making a little fun of. These are the ones for me.
That just means that I should get them.
That's because that's how you roll, right?
Yeah, that is how I roll.
How you roll. Right? You don't care what others think.
I ask for your opinion and do the total opposite.
You ask for our opinion, and then it's like, I think you make your decision before I even reply. Right? Because I'm like, you're like, you send 4 pictures, and you're like, which one? I'm like, like 1 and 3, and you're like, really? Because I'm more 2 and 4. I'm like, not sure why I'm playing this game right now. But here I am. On bated breath, waiting for the next decision to be made. Right?
You will be needed, but not needed.
Yeah, what I'm doing is you are just, it's a friendship thing, right? Thou shalt ask the friend for their advice, thou friend shall giveth. That's what
I will never taketh.
I knew that. I'm like, Mike's like, is she gonna really listen? I'm like, you know Sam, right? Like, nope. She's not going to. I said, but nobody in their right mind goes to buy glasses without asking somebody what they think.
Exactly.
Right? Even though there's somebody there telling you what they think. But they are thinking that everything is good.
Yes.
Right? So
right.
Now you're all glassed up. You're good for a couple of years.
Yes, I got a fancy case for them and everything.
Nice.
They're Tom Ford. Of course, it's velvet. Hello.
Nice. Why wouldn't it be velvet?
Why wouldn't it be velvet?
Why wouldn't it be velvet, right? That's what we need. That's what you need, a velvet. Are you sure? Is it velvet or is it velour?
It might be velour. No,
I think
it's velvet.
Are you sure?
No, it might be. I'll have to take a look.
Because velour and velvet are really
similar.
But
it says Tom Ford on the top, so I feel very fancy.
Wow, because it's on the top part where you hold on to the glasses, so your hand will love that.
No, but I'll just make sure everybody sees it.
Well, you know what? I don't even know who that is, so it doesn't matter to me. It's not one of the. It's not one of the few designers that I'm aware of. So
yes, because you're so fancy. Because
I'm so fancy that way, right?
Michelle's gonna know.
HHG will know. Yeah,
she'll know.
And
she'll think I'm fancy.
She'll think you're fancy. She'll definitely think you're fancy. Now she needs to get glasses, and she's in glasses denial.
Oh,
yeah. I'm like, don't be in glasses denial.
Just do it.
Just do it, man.
And if anything, she'll find the epitome of glasses for herself. So why should she? She's
going to look the best out of both of us in glasses.
No.
Yes, she will.
No.
Yes, she will.
I think we all look good in our glasses.
We're fine, but the HHG always looks one step a little bit different.
Okay.
She does. Come on, right? We went out. She was wearing this long blue jean jacket duster thing last week. And I can't tell you how many people were like, "Oh my God, I love your coat. Oh my God, I love your coat. Oh my God, I love your coat." I didn't get, "Oh my God, I love your cardigan." Not once. Not, "Oh my God, I love your cardigan. Your black basic cardigan," once. But, "Oh my God, I love your coat."
Really?
all I heard.
Nobody liked your basic black?
Nobody liked my basic black cardigan. Not one person said, "Oh, I love your pant," or "Oh, I love your coat," or "Oh, I love." No, nothing. Nobody loved anything
How about your
me.
shoe? Did somebody like your shoe?
Nothing. But that's okay because it was a night with the HHG. So that's what you do, right? You just ride on that coattail. It's like, yeah, but look at that, right? Like, she's my friend.
She's my friend, so I'm special too.
So I'm special too, right? So crazy. Samantha.
What?
Somebody in Saskatoon won $1 million, and it was not us.
Was it from the Lotto Max?
Yeah, because right now it's 70 million and 29 Maximilians.
I know.
For Friday. So I have to tell you, I've been playing this religiously, right? You owe me a lot of halves.
No, I don't. Not if we didn't win.
No, you still owe me because I'm still investing for us.
You have to tell me that.
I'm playing. You know that. I'm telling you now. I will send you your receipt.
No.
And I will expect payment in full.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. If we win, you don't have to pay. But when we're not winning anything, I'm like, fork it over, Sperling. Right? That's what we're going to be doing.
You're the money bags. You do it.
Really? I think you seem to be the money bags, but we're going to get into that later.
Oh, okay.
Right? But so somebody in Saskatoon, $1 million richer.
Well, thank God. For finally, somebody in Saskatoon wins some cash. It's always everywhere else but here.
I know, right?
It's getting close.
And I'm a lottery hoe, right? That's what I do. I sell the lottery tickets. Oh my God, it needs to be won.
You're a lottery hoe?
I'm a lottery hoe. I moved on up, right? It needs to be won. I couldn't imagine what the Powerball people in the States must be like.
Oh God, yeah.
Right? I couldn't imagine because it's so crazy. But it's so much fun though.
But theirs are way bigger, hey? Like 150 million.
Yeah. Right? So
and then the
crazy.
Government takes like half.
Yeah, which, I mean, our government doesn't do that. So that's a pro to Canada.
That's a pro.
It's a big pro, right? You actually walk away with that check.
With all the money.
You get all the money. Same thing if you do a Canadian game show, friends of the podcast. All the money. It's yours.
Yeah.
It's all yours.
Well, okay. So this is what I want. I wish the person that won the $1 million, you go live your best life.
Absolutely go live your best life.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do. Share it if you need to share it.
But
keep
be
some
smart,
for yourself.
It's not a lot.
Be smart. Well, invest, really.
Yeah.
Like buy a couple of fun things, but invest it.
Invest, right?
Keep it on the bank and let it roll out money for you.
Yeah. And if it happens to be somebody that knows us, well, hi. You know where to find us. We are all over social media.
Yes, this is
right?
true.
So,
this is true. Okay,
saying.
But this weather, Lisa, is nutballs. When did we have never had 34-degree weather.
In the middle of a week?
In June.
In June?
Beginning of June. It's like this. It's June 2nd.
Oh my God! I am so white and dimply. It's not pretty, right? It's not a pretty color. It's not a pretty shade that I am right now. No, right? With like a little bit of pink overtone. Right?
It's patio weather.
I know, but it's almost too hot for patio weather.
It is because you're too sweaty.
Right? You just like if we were at the lake, fine.
Different,
right?
Different.
It's okay if you sweat there.
Oh, do you think Barry Senior's up at the lake?
Well, I know he was going up on Monday.
Oh, lucky man.
I know, right? So
lucky dude.
I don't know, but do you have concerns because it's so hot?
No. But I think it's funny. When it's super cold, we stay inside. When it's super hot, we stay inside.
Yeah.
It's never like usually in the middle 20s, people are out and about and doing their thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's like 30 is really a bit of an anomaly.
Like tomorrow's supposed to be 36.
I know. Like that's wrong.
What is that about, right? What is that? That's hell.
Like,
that's hell.
That's like my vacation weather in British Columbia.
Yeah, but no, that's like living in hell.
I know.
Like that's too much hot.
Oh, that is a lot of hot.
Right? And then it kind of just teases you, right? It's like, hey, girlfriend, you want to come on? Because I've been doing this, right? I was asking the HHG. I only got 2 friends. Anybody? No. Nobody wants to come and play with Lisa this week when it's nice out. Mm-mm.
I still have my boot.
I know, right? And I don't need to hear you being sweaty and cranky about that when it's 36.
Nobody needs that.
HHG, she got plans, so I get that, right? You know? But I'm like, this is my weather, but not my weather.
It's inappropriate weather, and
right?
or an inappropriate time for this weather.
It looks like my weather. When I look out the window, it looks like my weather. That's what it does. That's what it is.
You better hope this like translates into like July and August.
Oh my God. It better translate into the July long weekend when our holidays start.
Exactly.
Right? Because what I recall last year is that it's still hot July long weekend, but the water is cold. So we need it to be 36 so the water feels warm.
Yes.
Right.
And then in August, it's just right.
It's just right. Right. So July is just kind of like, it's just like practice. It's like eating the November Advent calendar.
Yeah.
That's what the July run through at the lake is, right? So we have it perfect for August.
How come we never thought of this before? We only did this last year.
I know last year was our first double trip, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
so it's like the start, it's like the precursor to the actual like.
Yeah. Right? It's like if you're writing a fancy letter, it's the draft.
It's the run through.
It's the run through, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. It's like
gotcha.
It's like the matinee, not the evening, right?
Okay.
Yeah. It's all
Don't
those
get
things.
crazy.
It's all those things. Right?
So are you going to tell people about what you found today?
Oh. Samantha.
Well, you sent me a text, so I felt that it was important.
So here's the thing, right? So when I go from my office to my store, right, I have to walk past a lot of windows.
Mm-hmm.
And today I was wearing short sleeves and my work pants, right? And it looked fine. Till I looked sideways in the window. And what do I see? I see a really, really fat elbow. Not the chicken flab, not the wing. Not the bat wing. I embraced the bat wing years ago, right?
Okay.
Now it's just like a fat elbow.
It's a relbo.
It's like because it's not part of my wrist. It's a felbow, just a fat elbow. Felbow.
It's a felbow.
It's a felbow. That's what I have. I have felbows. Samantha, oh my God, I have felbows.
You heard it here, folks.
It's a new word, felbows. Also meaning fat elbows. I have felbows.
But they're also crinkly too, so that's pretty.
Because that's our skin now, right?
Crinkly.
Yeah, because that's our age.
Dry.
Menopausal. Crepe-like. When I look at like part of my arm, when I turn over my arm, I see my mom's skin.
Uh-oh.
That's what I see. I'm like, oh my God, my mom had that arm. She had that skin. I remember that skin. Right? We're all just steps away from it, Samantha.
We definitely are,
So
Lisa.
I'm not too happy about my felbows. You know what else is kind of, okay, this is going to sound mean, and I don't mean it to be mean. It's coming from a place.
It's gonna sound mean, so just say it.
It's coming from a place of friendship.
No,
okay?
it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
Just say it.
Why you got bushy caterpillars on your face?
Because I got new eyebrows.
Why'd you get eyebrows? I got 100 questions. Why'd you get eyebrows?
I got powder brows because I wanted bigger brows.
Why?
My eyebrows had been thin and scraggly forever.
They weren't scraggly.
Yes, they were scraggly.
They didn't look scraggly.
Well, they look scraggly to me.
Or are these just eyebrows you don't have to care about and you got lazy?
That.
You got lazy eyebrows.
I got lazy. I got
lazy
bigger,
brows.
I got bigger eyebrows and I got them done so I don't have to worry about them.
Huh. But why?
Because I wanted to.
But how come?
Because I wanted my grade 10 eyebrows back.
Okay, but you're not in grade. Is this like a crisis, like an age crisis thing you're going through?
It might be an age crisis. No, it's not. I was on my Instagram and I follow Brow Down, which is the place that I went and got my eyebrows done. They're lovely. Shannon was great.
Like Samantha, I could have given you brows only. I could have given you my makeup brows only. And
no,
you could have made them.
I don't have enough of an eyebrow to do that, Lisa.
Grow 'em.
So I wanted a legitimate eyebrow, and I kept seeing the pictures on Instagram, and they looked really nice. And I thought I'm gonna go give it a try.
But are they legitimate looking?
Yeah, they are.
You think?
Yeah, I like them.
Huh. They're dark.
Well, they're going through their phase.
Oh, what's their phase?
Their phase. Because now they get really dark because they're oxidizing, and then they're going to scab over and peel and flake.
That sounds
And
pretty.
then within like 3 to 4 weeks, they'll be the full eyebrow color.
So you're going to have like clumpy, gross eyebrows for a bit?
Well, they won't be clumpy and gross, but
because
you have to put ointment on them.
So they're high maintenance eyebrows.
Right now.
Even though they're not really eyebrows.
They're eyebrows, because my eyebrow is still there. It's just, we've now it's like a tattoo.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it hurt a little bit.
Because are they tattooed on? You got your eyebrows tattooed on?
Yeah, it's like a color.
Like Michael Jackson did with his eyeliner? Did you get eyeliner done too?
No.
Why didn't you?
I'm hoping that my eyebrows look a little bit better than him.
But why don't you get the eyeliner too? Get the whole shebang.
No, I just wanted my eyebrows, Lisa.
Get the face.
Get the face.
Maybe they got permanent face.
Just giving this a go.
What? Okay, so how long do they last for?
Anywhere between 1 and 3 years.
So what happens when you change the color of your hair?
That's never going to happen.
No, but when will they match your hair?
You can change the color of your eyebrows.
When will they match?
They'll match. They have to just go. Huh. They're going to be dark for a little bit. You know what? You're so mean right now. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not so mean. You told me I could ask you questions. I got questions. Right?
Oh, it's funny because I was going through pictures.
Yeah. And
I found a picture from me from grade 10 and I sent it to John because he said, hey, show me some pictures. And he's like, oh my God, you got your grade 10 eyebrows back. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. Because that's when I had really good eyebrows. You don't realize when in our age, because we're women of a certain age, we overplucked.
Oh, actually, one of us has never plucked. So
I know.
I apparently am one step ahead of you.
Yes, you are. But you can barely see your eyebrows.
No, they're getting darker as I get older. They're oxidizing right now too, no. Actually.
Jesus Christ.
And then the difference with my eyebrows is they're oxidizing, but they're not going to scab and pick over.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Lisa. I'm super excited by that. You suck.
Oh, Samantha.
Okay, so we hate my glasses and called them Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
And we now officially have picked my eyebrows apart. Well,
but the good thing is with your Harry Careys, you can't even see your eyebrows, so don't worry.
I know.
Right? And that was my concern with big glasses. What happens to your eyebrow?
They go away.
They do. But they come back out when you wear your eyes.
Yes.
Awesome. I can't wait to see them in person. I want to look really close, and that's going to seem weird and creepy, but I need to check them out close.
Now I'm really not going to want to see you.
I'm going to zero in on your eyebrows, Samantha.
Oh, God.
I got to see them. I might even want to touch them.
No, you're not touching them.
Just one.
No.
Come on.
No.
I just want to try it.
Not ever.
Do I want to get them?
No, you don't.
Why don't I?
Because you're a big sissy, that's why.
Oh. You can't say that about me. Maybe does the HHG want new eyebrows?
No, she's got good eyebrows.
She's got good eyebrows. You have. Mm-hmm. So from grade 10 on, you have been out of style with your perfectly arched eyebrows.
Well, because at some point in the 80s and 90s, we all overplucked.
Still not me.
And then we just kept doing it.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. I'm just curious.
All right.
Welcome.
I'm just saying.
Dear eyebrows, welcome to the family. Can't wait to meet you in person.
Oh my God.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's going to be fun. So the other day, okay, so enough about picking on you. Mm-hmm. Every now and then I feel that I need to pick on you. The other day we're driving to work. Okay. We're driving in the little clown car. Mike's driving. Uh-huh. We're on, one of the side streets from our place before we get to the main roads. All of a sudden he accelerates and swerves. Oh my God. You did not just accelerate and swerve to hit a pigeon, did you? Oh my goodness. We don't do that. We don't purposely try and kill animals. Oh, well, guess what, Samantha? When they are a social nuisance to society, they don't contribute. I'm like, oh my God, they don't pay taxes, Mike. I'm like, you can't go around, you can't rev up and go to work. Well, he shouldn't be in the middle of the road, right? There's lots of trees. Why is he not in a tree? Shouldn't just be standing there. Oh, I am married to somebody who purposely tried to kill a pigeon with the car. He's like, I am not going to put our lives in jeopardy for that pigeon. That pigeon was not near us. We went to the pigeon. We went to the pigeon, Mike. You drove to the pigeon and put your foot on the gas.
He needs help.
Oh my God.
He needs help.
I was so angry. He's like, oh great, so now you're protecting the pigeons? Now you care about the pigeons?
Oh.
He's like, what's one less pigeon? No, we can't take pigeon, controlling the pigeon population into we can't take that into our control. That is not our job, is not to do that.
Oh my God.
Right? I was so angry.
He needs to calm down.
Right? Seems a little extreme. Seems a little extreme.
It does. Oh but my God.
It's
Michael.
Funny. He's funny, right? He's a funny guy. So he always complains that I use too much hairspray, right? And it's always just lingers in the bathroom. That's his thing all the time.
Okay. Really? You have so little hair, right?
I know, right? But he's sensitive. Like his mom, he's sensitive to scents. The other night, I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm choking. You might be thinking right now, what's this have to do with too much hairspray? What it has to do with too much hairspray is because somebody used too much Cinnapoo in the bathroom. And it wasn't me because I was sleeping. Remember? I'm sleeping and choking. And I wake up and I'm like feeling like I'm being suffocated. I swear to God, he's trying to get me back. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Nothing like waking up with that lingering over your face. And you take a deep breath and you're like, ah.
So he's trying to involve you in killing birds.
Yeah, right?
And then he's trying to kill you by suffocating you with
bathroom
Cinnapoo.
Bathroom spray.
Okay.
Yeah, right? Middle of the night. You don't need to spray in the middle of the night.
I feel like there's a lot of angst rolling around with Mike right now.
I don't know. I think he's fed up and tired of his wife. That's what I think it is, right? I think that's what it is. Isn't that so crazy? God. But you don't need, if you get up in the middle of the night and you have a big poop, are you spraying?
Well,
in the middle of the night?
Maybe not.
Maybe not, right?
Maybe not.
Yes. If it's brown, flush it down. If it's yellow, don't let it mellow in the middle of the night. Still flush, right? Still flush.
Oh my God.
But I don't know if we need to Cinnapoo. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
This is a weird life you lead, right?
Always is a weird life that I lead, Samantha. Always.
Little bit.
Always
little
a little
bit.
Weird, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I have something. This is interesting.
Okay.
Because I like to buy fruit made for me. Like I want my watermelon cut for me. I want my berries already picked and put in a plastic thing for me. So Mom has been buying that lately, and she's been buying store-bought cut cubed watermelon.
Uh-huh.
It sucks.
No, it doesn't. It's not that it sucks, but you have to so pay attention to the due date on it.
Really?
Yes, because what happens is the watermelon that they cut up in cube is the end of the watermelon, the big watermelon life.
Oh.
Right? So you're getting it when it's on its way out.
Well, and I don't think the watermelon, when it came out last couple of months, not the best.
I don't think we've seen the best watermelon yet.
Well, because watermelon is typically only a summer fruit.
Yeah.
So if you're buying watermelon in like the spring or winter, you get what you get.
You know what? I think that's the problem, is I think that that's the issue with the watermelon. I think we see it cut up the way that we like it, because that's how we appreciate our watermelon, already prepared by others.
Yes.
Right?
I like all things in the
Prepared
grocery
by
store
others.
prepared by others.
That's the way to do it, right? If you're going to do it, like, let's be honest here, right? If you're going to pick or choose, as much as I love cooking and the Boom Baby Bakery and Cafe, if I can get it prepared by others, I still like that a little bit better.
I love it way more.
Right?
Like, let's be serious.
I think prepared by others means it's prepared by others because we didn't want it to go bad and have to throw it away. So others are preparing it for you at the end of its life cycle.
At the end of its life cycle. So fruit has a life cycle.
I think it has a life cycle. Yeah.
I agree.
Right? So when Mike buys, when he does the groceries and he buys our prepared by others watermelon, I will have a bite. I can taste it right away. I'm like, no. And then I look at the date. I'm like, oh, good. It's got 1 day left.
Oh, gross.
Right? It's got 1 day left and then it's dead.
Yeah.
You know?
See, he doesn't look at dates.
He doesn't look at dates.
Ugh.
He doesn't look at dates at all.
Grody.
I know. But I'm going to buy a gardening kit. At the store, we have an exotic fruit gardening kit. And it grows a watermelon and a cantaloupe and then 3 other things I've never heard of before. And I'm going to grow it. I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm growing my own watermelon.
Don't.
Yep.
You are not.
That's what I'm doing. I'm growing my own. I'm growing my own. Mm-hmm.
Where are you going to put said like watermelon?
It comes in its little holder. It comes in a little cup that you plant it in.
It's not going to stay in that little cup. Eh?
I don't know yet. I'm not there.
You're gonna have to find some soil and get it. It comes with
planter.
A little bit.
It comes with some soil and some seeds.
I think you should read the instructions before you start.
And it comes with a stick that says "Water me." Right? So you know, right? It's like a kit for dummies.
Oh my God. Okay, well, good luck.
Yeah. I'll let you know how it goes.
I don't think in your wheelhouse, Lisa, gardening is one of them.
But you can't say that because I've never gardened. What if I am the best gardener in the world?
Have you ever had plants?
No, because I've never. Well, yeah, one time, remember you got me that bamboo, and that didn't work out too well.
You killed it.
I killed the bamboo.
You killed the bamboo.
Killed the bamboo. The good luck bamboo. I think it was. Yeah, that worked out well.
And
but nothing but good luck since.
All you had to do was leave it in its container and add a little water now and again.
Yeah, but then didn't it start growing things from the bottom and it wanted a new planter too?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
That you don't take care of things.
But
This is why you can't have a cat.
I have a cat, thank you. But
but not a real one. Let's make that very clear.
Listen, if I wanted one, I would have one. I just prefer one prepared for me. Right? Right? Comes with no fuss or no muss.
Yeah, that's not a plant or a pet.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I could be a really good planter and not know.
I'm gonna say no, you're not. But that's okay.
All right, but you don't know. You don't know everything.
I think I do.
I don't think you do. Hey, here's something. Do you ever watch that show that John Oliver does?
No, I don't watch it.
So Mike records it, right? So I watched it a little bit. He was talking the other day, and I thought this made total sense. He said, why is there no nighttime cereal? Like a specific nighttime cereal? And I'm like, that's really kind of makes sense. Because remember, like, it would be kind of nice, like, if you're looking for a snack before bed.
Uh-huh.
There's one that's maybe not quite as sugary, but still good. And then I got me thinking, why is cereal only in the morning?
It's not. People eat it all the time.
You don't have cereal for lunch.
Well, you don't think to have cereal for lunch.
So don't say they eat it all the time. That's a lie.
But people have eaten it for a snack at night before. That's not unheard of.
But it's not your best snack to have. Why don't they make a good cereal snack for supper, for nighttime?
So you want it to be specifically called, here's your nighttime cereal.
Nighttime cereal. Yeah.
This is a cereal that you can have for a snack at night. Don't eat it during the day.
There's no need. There's enough other cereals to eat during the day.
Oh, because breakfast cereal is breakfast cereal.
Yeah. And
you can't eat it past 11?
You shouldn't eat I think you shouldn't eat cereal past 10.
Really?
Yeah.
There's like a time frame?
Yeah, because 11 is brunch and cereal it don't cross over to brunch.
Wow, you got some strict rules.
I got some rules. That's not new to you. I got rules.
Well, that's true. Your food rules are not new.
Right? I think cereal is best served before 9 a.m. Just like it was when you went to school.
Okay, perfect.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Well, then maybe what you're just looking for is like maybe some oatmeal at nighttime.
That's too predictable.
Or a cream of wheat.
That seems too heavy.
Or a muesli.
No. I don't know what it is that I'm looking for, but it's none of those.
Okay. Well, you let me know when you've decided what nighttime cereal looks like.
I'll let you know.
Oh my God. Okay. But since we seem to be on a food kick,
okay.
My mother and I had a very interesting conversation about vegetables the other day.
Okay.
Because she has been buying like prepared for you vegetable trays to like use in stir fries and stuff like that. Yeah. And for some reason, this one package really smelt strong. Okay. Like cauliflower sometimes and broccoli can sometimes have a bit of a smell to it when you open up the container. And she's like, well, is it still good? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, can vegetables go bad? And then I said to her, I said, well, what's the expiration date? And it was past expiration date of a couple of days. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, you don't eat it. You throw it away.
Because I have such an issue with expiration
on
dates.
Anything, right? Yeah.
And I will tell you this, my parents do not.
Oh. There's not, nor did my parents, right?
And this is the generational gap we have.
It's a big gap, right? Hence why I swear to God, and I've said this a million times, I swear to God, Gord McIntyre is still using the same spaghetti sauce he's used for 25 years. Because there's always a little bit of it left over that goes back in the freezer and back in the pot the next time.
Oh my God, that's totally true.
Right? Like, because they're just out to kill us.
I think so.
Right? No. First off, right? If it smells, right? When in doubt, throw it out. Right? God, when in doubt, throw it out.
I know. And I'm just like, oh my God. And
if you have to ask, it's not meant to be eaten. Oh, Samantha.
Oh my God. Because it just reminded me of a conversation I had with John where he had eaten some like Brussels sprouts and then he had a thing with broccoli and then he wasn't feeling well after he ate them. And I'm like, well, how old were they? And he's like, they were a little bit old. And I'm like, I think there's an expiration date because they were frozen, right? And I'm like, there's only so how long your frozen vegetables can stay,
right?
And be good.
It's like anything frozen, right? So even if you buy chicken and you freeze it, when you leave it for a year and you unthaw that chicken, it's still like not the best anymore.
It's got freezer burn for sure.
It's got freezer burn, right? Like it's not like it might not be bad for you, but it's not like what it once was.
No.
Right? Come on.
I'm so weird that way.
No, I'm so weird. We both are so weird that way, right? But
it's the same with fruit. Like I'm like, oh my God.
But yet you cause me grief every year when we talk about buns for the lake.
Well, I think
and the buns have no preservatives, and I'm like,
for some reason, I have a different view about bread than you do. But I respect the expiration date. But you just grocery shopping with you is frustrating. So.
I respect the expiration date, and I respect it enough that I obey by it a couple days sooner. Just because, right? Because again, best before. I don't need to see what best before is. I want it really, really good now.
All right, whatever.
That's what I want. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's kind of funny. So last week I told you about how I was going to do Noom, right?
Oh yes, the cult.
And I quit. I pulled out of it, right? Because right, it's expensive.
Oh, right? Is it?
Like I mean, it depends, right? You know. Based on all the 1 million emails they send me, right? It's like a pair of shoes a month. Well, I don't buy a new pair of shoes every month, Noom, because I think that's expensive, right?
It's a lot of shoes.
It's a lot of shoes, right? Or based on, they make you, it's like the cult is guilting you into joining it.
Oh, that's the psychology behind it.
Right? Because if your weight is important to you,
Oh, they don't
so
say
now,
that.
yes. So now you think that because I don't want to join your cult, that I don't care about my weight. And don't get me wrong, right? I care about my weight-ish, right? It's like, I'm sure it's it's just a fad I'm going through. Right? Like, let's be honest, right? Like, it didn't take me much today to ditch my egg and my yogurt for a BLT sandwich when I could smell bacon all around me. I'm like, this girl needs bacon. Right? When it's a good walkthrough day and I can smell, I'm like, that egg is not coming. That egg is not being purchased today.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's what Noom does. Somebody actually, a friend of the podcast, they tweeted us. I don't know who it was. I don't remember. They had sent a tweet saying that they looked forward to listening to last week's episode because they know how inundated these weight loss programs become.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. Every day I get an email from my weight person. And I'm like, I don't have a weight person because I didn't join your cult. And I know how cults work, right? Because on General Hospital a couple of years ago, they had the Dawn of Day cult.
Uh-huh.
Right? And they got Christina. And Christina was really strong. And I'm like, you're not getting me. You're not taking me down. I don't care about my metabolism. I don't care about it. Right?
Oh my God. I don't care about my metabolism.
Yeah. So you know what? Come on, Noom, back off. That's what I say to them.
I think they should just go find someone else to play with.
They need to, right? I'm not their girl. I'm not their girl, right? I'm happy where I am. Muffin top and all.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay, so speaking of all the food things.
Yeah.
What would be a food that you can't stand but others love?
Mushrooms.
Turnips.
Oh, I love turnips so much.
And beets. Like, I'm like...
Oh, come on. You know what? That's just sacrilegious that you hate beets.
I know. My parents are very disappointed in me.
Oh, they should be. And so they should be. Right? They really, really should be.
And I freaking hate turnips. They're so disgusting. It doesn't matter what you do to them.
No, with
they're
butter,
disgusting.
They're so good.
Nope. They're disgusting.
Oh, no. So I would do mushrooms, right? Because I think that's the nastiest thing in the whole wide world.
I love mushrooms.
Not to mention my allergy. I have to be careful of that. Like, I once tried duck when I was little. And I would probably never ever want to eat duck. And that seems to be a big trend.
Yeah. Duck is probably a bit of a trend. But yeah, like, I just don't like that stuff. Ugh, pooey. Ugh.
Yeah, but you're kind of weird with your vegetable. Again, back to vegetables, right? You're kind of weird with your vegetables.
I like a good Brussels sprout.
Yeah, true.
Right?
You know, but I think you're kind of very picky with your veggies.
I don't. Ugh.
I like probably more vegetables than you, which is weird.
Hi, this is the whole carrot debacle all over again.
I know, right? Like you really just prefer a potato. Whereas I'll eat the corn, I'll eat the side of veggies.
No, I like corn. I like peas. I hate green beans.
You hate green beans. You don't like warm beans. You hate warm tomatoes.
I like tomatoes,
you don't like
but they
lettuce
have to be
if it's
firm.
Warm.
I don't like lettuce if it's warm. No.
Those are all weird things too, right? So it's not just me that's weird.
I like mushrooms. I like onions.
You like olives.
I like olives.
I don't understand that at all.
Oh, olives are delicious.
Not the black ones. I like the green ones. I don't get the black ones. Seems like a lot of work.
No, I like the black ones too. Oh my God, that just makes me want a Greek pizza all over.
Know, right?
Like,
I don't know if I want to, if you should eat a food that has a big pit.
Okay, so don't eat a peach or a nectarine or a plum.
I think you got to be careful.
There's
when
like
when it's like a little cherry pit or something. I think you got to be careful.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then don't eat a cherry.
Don't even get me started about that. Do we need to even go there? Do we need to? Is that your way of being?
Let's refresh everyone's memory.
Is that your way of being funny? Don't eat a cherry. Huh. Interesting.
Talk about it. Just talk about it.
Samantha.
Get it off your chest. Get it off your crinkly chest.
Here's the thing, friends of the podcast. Sometimes I get you. And sometimes I just don't. I would never have thought that on our Facebook Tuesday that the outcry for maraschino cherries would have existed to the extent that it did. Come on, people. It is the very first topping ever.
No.
Yes, that's the first topping ever.
Maraschino cherries are not good cherries.
They're fine. It's a treat cherry.
No.
Yes. It's a treat. And Paul from the Varmints podcast, he was just like me, right? He was not understanding why people were just poo-pooing the maraschino cherry so bad.
There was a little bit of woe in his message.
Right?
Why you gotta do that to the maraschino cherry?
Right? Why do you gotta do that? That was like you put it in a Shirley Temple and that's okay. Everybody's digging for that sucker. Right?
It's not for a sundae.
It is. It's the topping on a sundae. It's the
Maybe a banana split.
No, on every sundae, it should be a one maraschino cherry.
Yeah, well, they didn't love maraschino, nor did they love the gummy worms or the gummy bears, I guess.
And all the cool kids are eating that.
Uh-huh.
All the cool kids.
I don't understand. I agree. They would be so rock hard by the time you're done that they would not be worth chewing.
But so would the marshmallows.
Well, who's putting marshmallows on a sundae?
People do. People do.
And everybody thought the Oreo cookies was dirt.
Or coffee grinds.
Or coffee grinds.
I'm like, oh my goodness, people. Some people didn't like the sprinkles.
No,
again,
oh my God.
You are very protective of sprinkles.
Yes, I was, because there was so much angst around sprinkles. And I'm like, what? Is there a sprinkle incident? Like
is there Sprinklegate we don't know about?
Were you traumatized by sprinkles?
Like what happened with what made people hate sprinkles? Why have we turned our back on sprinkles?
I don't know.
Right?
I thought sprinkles just gave everyone a bit of joy, but apparently not.
They give me joy.
They give me joy too. I love a good sprinkle.
I love a good sprinkle too. And then it just got me thinking, so much for the Boom Baby Bakery Sundae bar that we were going to test out.
Oh my goodness, no.
Right? No, we can't there's no point testing it out. No point.
No, don't.
Don't bring it to fruition. It was not a hit.
It was not a hit.
It was not a hit.
Or this is what we've maybe learned. You can't pick the toppings.
Or it can just be a sauce, caramel sauce or hot fudge. That's it. Well, then you're the Dairy Queen and you're not the Boom Baby Bakery people. That's the difference. Then you're just then you are just the Dairy Queen.
You are just or McDonald's.
Or McDonald's. Then you're just an average run of the mill. We try to kick it up a notch, elevate our game, and nobody went for any of it.
Done.
I feel that nobody wanted toppings, actually.
Nobody wanted a topping.
No, there was no love really for any toppings.
No. It's a good thing good thing you did this sort of like poll on Facebook.
Right? Before I just launch, because usually I just launch.
Yeah.
Right? Usually I just launch and I just introduce.
Maybe a part of you knew that you were not going to gel with a lot of people.
Well, maybe I was just always a little concerned about the Sunday bars. Right? You know, I see them as like, you could do like a character board of Sunday bars.
Oh my God, don't call it a character. I hate it when you say character board.
And,
I hate that.
Well, and maraschino cherries. You hate that too, apparently.
I like charcuterie boards.
Or character board.
Not a character board.
Potato.
Oh my God.
Potato, Samantha.
No, you're mispronouncing the word.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
By now, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Right? So we've taught a new way to understand the word.
Yeah. Or they've just learned to understand you.
You say charcuterie. I say character. You say, right? Charcuterie, character, right?
I think you've lost your mind.
I may have lost my mind. It could be because it's 136 degrees in my apartment. Right?
I was wondering when you were going to complain.
I got a fan going on the lowest, like I could blow just about as strong. Right?
I, for once, am living in an air-conditioned house.
I absolutely. Look at you. Have moved on up.
I have moved on up.
You've moved on up, Samantha.
Okay, but let's remind everyone, Lisa, that because they love listening to us and we love that you love to listen to us, download or subscribe so that we know you're listening.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. That's what we need.
Please. Download, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. That means you get it You get the podcast, boom, right to your podcast player, whatever app that you use to catch your podcast, boom, it's there. It's ready to go and for you to listen to it.
It's like the watermelon. It's prepared for you.
It's prepared.
It's prepared for you. You don't have to go looking for it. It's prepared for you.
It's prepared for you.
It comes to you.
Yes. And for those of you who listen to us on Podbean, you can also follow us, but if you subscribe and download, you can do that on Podbean as well. So please do that. Join in the fun, guys, on our Instagram and our Facebook and our Twitter. We talk about stuff like every day.
Every day we're talking.
Every day.
Talk.
And I am doing stories on Instagram
You're
and
doing
Facebook.
so good with your little stories.
Well, I'm learning it, right?
Yeah, which I appreciate.
What did we figure out? We're going to test and learn, Lisa.
Testing and learning, Samantha. That's what we're doing.
So, and if you love what you hear and you want to help us out, because it does take a little bit of money to run the podcast, there's Patreon or Podbean Patreon. Podbean, you just go to our, type in I Shake My Head and you'll find us. And over my face, apparently, is a money bag. Hit that. It takes you away. And for as little as $2, you're a Patreon. And for $5, you get the episode for free. Or 1 day early. Sorry, everybody gets the episode for free. Yeah. But you get it 1 day early and there's a little extra something every couple of weeks. Also, we have merch. So go to Threadless. And Lisa, we're thinking of some new stuff soon.
We are, right? So we're gonna maybe by the time we go on our vacation, we'll dabble.
We'll dabble.
Right?
We're thinking of some new stuff, guys. So if you have any suggestions of what you would like on merch, like a t-shirt or a hat or a bottle or a cup or whatever, just let us know.
Yeah.
And also, we love being part of the Podfix Network. There are some great podcasts, to check out, Mouse and Weens and the Varmints.
Absolutely.
All right. So, I did it.
I felt like it was a never-ending conversation with you about it.
No.
It did. It seemed like I was selling it to you.
You were selling it to me. Nope. I really wanted to watch the Friends reunion. So I bought Crave.
But at first you didn't want to pay the money.
I did.
You're like, it's not free. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, it's a 7-day trial is free. After that, it's $19.99. But you had to get HBO Max.
Yes.
With Crave. So that's what costs you money.
Yeah, exactly. But there's lots of good things on HBO.
There is.
Right?
And then, like, the Friends reunion for me.
What did you think?
I loved it.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
I cried.
Did you cry?
Yeah, it may. You know what? I don't know why. I think just because they were all friends.
Well, they really were all friends.
Yeah, I think that made me. That just it was. I don't know what it was. I think because they were so real, so many years later still.
True.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I thought it was good.
And then when oh my goodness, what's her name? The actress who plays Phoebe.
Yeah, Lisa Kudrow.
When she reenacted the part where she saw Chandler
and Monica.
It
was so funny.
Oh my God, she did it exactly like it. She did. Oh my God, it was.
I
so
love
good.
their read-throughs because I didn't realize that when they did their read-throughs that they did put that much energy into it.
Yeah.
Right? Like as though, like if you didn't see it, you would think that it was just happening.
Uh-huh.
You know?
It was so good. Like I thought it was really well done. You got little snippets of stuff. Yeah. Like of
I would have
episodes.
rathered though a different host, like a host that I think I would have rathered like I don't know. I would have liked to see like David Letterman.
Yeah.
Right? I think because James Corden to me he's a little bit young for that.
But isn't he the Friends generation, though?
No, we're the Friends generation.
Right? Maybe not David Letterman.
I don't know. Like Robin Roberts or somebody.
Maybe.
Like somebody, I don't know. He didn't work for me that much.
No.
I didn't love him.
Okay.
But I loved
everything
all
else.
of it. Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome.
Well, and then because I loved it so much and I'm like, well, now I have Crave. Now what do I do?
Yeah.
I went down the Crave rabbit hole.
And what have you found? Or what's your opinion?
It's not bad. I don't love everything that they have.
No,
So I don't know if I'll keep it.
but it served a purpose.
It served a purpose.
Served a purpose.
That's a really good way for people to get people to pay money for it.
That's how we do it with the WWE network, right? So if you sign up for the WWE network, you get all the pay-per-views for free.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a good deal. So even if you just want to watch one pay-per-view, it's a good deal.
Yeah, well, for those of us who love the WWE.
Right, Samantha, right? So next year with WrestleMania, maybe we'll go there and you can same thing, right? You pay for a month and see what you think.
No, I'm not.
Right?
Gonna do that.
See if you love it. You might love wrestling. You don't know.
I don't.
You don't know. You don't know.
No.
But okay, Piers Morgan. He had something interesting to say about Friends.
Ugh.
He feels that it's the most overrated show ever.
Really?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
No.
You don't think so?
No. It's comedy. It's fictional. It's supposed to be funny.
They are so funny. Their chemistry is so good.
Yes, it is.
It's hilarious.
The comedic timing and how just how their characters, like how they embodied their characters was really well done.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like Schitt's Creek. You see them embody their characters and everything works.
I can't comment on that, but it's like Seinfeld.
And Seinfeld.
Right? Like Seinfeld, I can still watch Seinfeld today and like laugh hysterically through it.
And that's the beauty of a good show.
Exactly.
That's the marker of a good show.
Yeah. So, dear Piers Morgan, maybe you're overrated.
I think he's overrated.
Right? Why are they taking the gag out of his mouth?
I don't know.
Right? I thought he was gagged.
No, well, I don't know.
I thought he couldn't speak anymore. Didn't they cut out his tongue or something? No? No, I thought they did something
That's
like
horrible.
That. I'm just saying, right? He's being horrible. You don't take a show like Friends and be negative about it.
I think sometimes he just says stuff like that so that he gets a little bit of attention.
I don't know. Well, you know what? Not all attention is good attention.
Yes, I know.
Right? So that's the thing, Samantha.
But yet here we are still talking about him.
Ain't that the truth?
But who cares? If you loved Friends, fantastic. If you didn't like it, okay.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Meh.
I loved it.
I loved it too. But I think I found the next big thing for people to binge.
Oh, if it's one of your recommendations, I know it has nothing to do with anything I'm going to like.
No.
I already don't like it. I already don't like it.
You don't know.
I don't even need to know.
It's on Crave.
It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter. I already don't like it.
Okay. It's called Mayor of Easttown, and it's got Kate Winslet in it.
Uh-huh.
And it was phenomenal. Great show. It is... she lives in just outside of Philadelphia, and she's a detective.
What era?
And she is a hot mess. She's divorced. Her kid committed suicide. It was all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a twist and turn of girls missing and one girl got murdered and stuff like that. And you think and then all of a sudden twist. You don't know.
Okay.
And then towards the end of every episode, you want to watch the next one because you're like, shut up, what happens next?
I don't know. I think
you would like it because it's like suspenseful. There might be a little serial killer thing happening.
Well, I appreciate the fact that it's not in the 1800s because lots of times those are your recommendations.
No, right? I think you're gonna. And Kate Winslet is really great in this whole series. Okay. And I recommended it to John, and he watched it and he loved it too.
Did he love it, or did he just watch it because you told him to? I don't force people to watch the things that I watch, Lisa. He started watching it and he was texting me. He's like, if the kid dies, I'm done. And I'm like, keep watching. All right. I'll take it under advisement.
It's good. Everybody watch Mayor of Easttown if you have Crave or HBO or whatever the hell it's on.
Okay. Well, then now you may end up having to keep it.
I don't know. I've already watched it, so.
Is it only just one season?
Yes, because I don't know if they're going to do more than one.
Oh, well, that seems like a waste of my time.
No, it's really good, though.
Okay, I'll think about it.
I'm just saying.
Question for you. Hot weather, with the hot weather that's here. Would you rather be puffy or sweaty?
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah.
How about cool?
Nope. That's puffy or sweaty.
Oh, I don't know which one I would deal with better.
Well, I'm asking.
I mean, my ankle's puffy already.
But I'm talking like not from an injury. I'm talking puffy, like heat puffy.
I think I'd rather be sweaty.
You would?
Yeah.
You'd rather be sweaty than puffy?
I don't like puffy because then my fingers are puffy. Like everything's puffy. I hate that.
You don't like that.
No.
But you don't like sweaty either.
No, I don't like either.
No.
If I had a choice, I'd rather be cool and calm.
Well, but you don't. So you're going to take sweaty? I think I'm taking puffy.
Really?
Well, because I think at the end of the day, puffy still looks better. Puffy presents better than sweaty, Samantha.
Oh my God. You're going based on how you look.
Always based on how I look.
Got it.
Right? Not that puffy's pretty. But sweaty is like, oh my God, she's sweaty.
Your vanity just shines through.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I'm just saying. So funny, on Twitter the other night, you want to know what was trending?
What?
The Cadbury Caramel Secret. So then it got me thinking, Samantha, do we care about the Cadbury Secret after all of these years? Do we care about how it's made?
I think we all know how it's made.
Because it doesn't seem like a hard thing to make.
No.
And then it just got me thinking, like, is that marketing genius at its best?
For sure, because back in the early days,
what's in the Caramel Secret?
Yeah. So back in the early days, it was probably a bigger deal because people are wondering, how the hell did you make this chocolate bar? But now in 2021, I think we all know how it gets made.
Right? One layer of chocolate, one layer of caramel, one layer of chocolate.
Right?
I don't think it was a tough concept to come up with.
Nope.
But it seemed to catch on. Yeah,
apparently.
Right?
It was very catchy in the 70s and the 80s and potentially still in the 90s.
And now it's making a comeback.
Yes.
Because it was trending on the Twitter.
That's so bizarre.
Isn't that the weirdest thing?
It's funny that it would, because we all kind of know better, right?
We do know better, right?
Right.
We do know better. It's like how did that cherry get into cherry blossom? Well, let me tell you. They worked around the cherry. Right? That's how that happened. They worked around the cherry.
There's a mold. They pour the chocolate. They put the cherry. It's all
cherry. Then it goes into the blast chiller. There it is. Boom. Don't make me have to do Boom Baby Chocolate Factory. Right?
Oh my God. You're going to start another company.
Maybe I'm the Boom Baby Chocolatier.
Oh, hey.
Never thought of that.
Well, you haven't added anything new to your repertoire.
I have not. I've been just sticking to what I know. Right? Maybe we need to be Boom Baby Chocolatier.
I think maybe let's give that a big thought there.
BBC. I think that's been taken.
Yes, yep.
Right? Right? The British Broadcasting Corporation may not like that, but if we keep its name, the Boom Baby Chocolatier, that could be, right?
That's legit.
That's legit.
Okay, that is so legit.
We own it. We just been putting it out there. So when Kelly Ripa talks about it next week on her show, right? So help me God, if she talks about chocolate, we're gonna know.
We're gonna know.
Anything about Cadbury's Secret comes up, it's us.
That's true.
Right? I'm just saying.
All right. But now we get to segue into Guess Who's Got Questions? Lisa's got questions. It's Lisa's Question Corner.
Samantha, I got some questions.
Oh, God, I can't wait.
You're ready?
Okay.
Number 1. Where does the swan fit in?
What are you talking about?
The swan, the beautiful swan. Who owns the swan? Is the swan part of the snappy geese? Swan part of the duck? Who is the swan? Where does the swan fit?
I'm like, what are you talking about?
The swan.
I don't think the swan goes with the snappy geese.
And where are the swans? Where do the swans live?
Well, they definitely don't live here if they want to live.
Like, they're not in the lake?
No.
Like, do you ever see a swan in the lake?
No, they're not. Well, there is Swan Lake. That's a...
Yeah, but is a swan living in the lake?
No.
No.
I don't think swans live in Saskatchewan.
Okay.
I'm going to throw that out there. I could be wrong.
But ducks and geese do.
Of course.
Okay.
I think swans are more of a warmer climate.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they're more of the cousin of the flamingo.
Oh.
Right?
I think the swan is like your pretty cousin. The swan is like my cousin Shelley. She's like the real pretty cousin who's a lawyer, and it's like, not sure where she came from. That's the swan. Every family has that person, right?
Oh, for sure.
Every family has that family member where it's just like, yeah, we're not sure where they came from. Right? Because they just stand apart from everybody else in a good way.
In a good way,
Right?
yeah.
Not the hillbilly, in the opposite, right? Right?
Oh my God.
The swan, I think, poo-poos the hillbilly.
Yes, this
Right?
is true.
Because she's elegant and beautiful.
Yes.
So we're saying we don't really quite know where the swan fits.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Fair enough. I didn't think we did know. Okay, next question, Samantha. Why did people start using wallpaper? Why are we putting paper on the walls? Why was paint not enough?
Because it's decorative, Lisa. And it's like got a pattern, and it takes less time than painting, and it's, it's
But
just
does it really? Like, I remember my parents wallpapering, and I just don't think I remember fondly that experience that being an easy thing.
No, back then it probably wasn't, but now it apparently is better.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of peel and stick wallpaper too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I was just curious about wallpaper.
Okay.
My last question, Samantha.
Uh-huh.
And this is a really, really odd one. So think about it, okay?
Uh-huh.
Why doesn't relish actually taste like the pickles?
Because there's other stuff in it, Lisa.
But it's made from pickles.
Yes, but there's other stuff in it.
But ketchup tastes like tomato.
Because it's just a tomato.
Mustard tastes like mustard.
Because it's just mustard.
Why is relish not just relish?
Because there's more than just pickles.
What else
There's
is in it?
onions, there's flavor, there's vinegar, there's I don't know, what else do you have?
But all those things are in your pickles.
Are there peppers chopped in there? I don't know.
All those things are in your pickles.
Lisa, I don't know. Relish just doesn't taste like pickles.
It doesn't taste like pickles, and I think that's odd. I think it's odd.
Do you eat relish?
I do. Sometimes it's too much on my tongue.
Well,
right?
You did break it a long time ago.
Right? Because it's sensitive, right? So sometimes I always want to have relish, but sometimes I got to be careful. I got to be careful.
All right.
Unlike a pickle, right? Pickle doesn't bother my tongue. But the relish, sometimes it does.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but that's all I had for you.
Okay.
All right.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's very insightful.
I thought it was, too. Totally.
But, okay, so this is sort of a blast from the past.
Uh-huh.
Captain Stubing.
I know.
From the Love Boat.
The Love Boat.
Gavin MacLeod passed away. He was 90. He lived a long life.
Murray from Mary Tyler Moore.
Yes, and Murray from Mary Tyler Moore.
I think he did his best work as Murray.
He did. He was very funny. But he was good. I loved him as the captain. I watched The Love Boat every week.
Who didn't? Hi.
Oh, my God.
Why wouldn't you?
Love Boat.
Right? And with all the starring, and then all the guests for the week.
Oh, my God. It was so exciting.
To see who the guest was going to be. Well, actually,
Yes.
You kind of knew, right? If you had the TV guide, because then you could read, and it would tell you who the guest. They would tell you a couple of the guests.
Oh my God,
right?
the TV guide.
Right? Right? It didn't tell you all the guests, but it gave you a sneak. It gave you a blurb.
Oh, that's true.
Gave you a sneak peek.
Oh my God. Okay, and so I have the TV apps on my iPad, and one of them has the show Fantasy Island.
Oh, right.
The
plane.
Oh my God.
That's a blast, eh?
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was never one of my favorites,
No.
but it was a spin-off, wasn't it?
But it was a little bit of a spin-off from The Love Boat, or it was played
similar
after the Love Boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was more adult.
Yeah. It was very adult.
Yeah.
As I started watching, I'm like, oh, did I watch this as a kid?
I know we kind of watched it as a kid, but we watched The Love Boat faithfully.
Oh my God, it was so good.
That is so good. That is so good. Okay, do you remember when you were a kid? Do you remember? Because I know you hate bugs.
Yes.
Did you used to play with snails and caterpillars?
No.
You never did?
No.
You never ever like took snails home?
No.
Huh. Do you think that the snail is like a friend or a cousin of the turtle?
No.
Because they're kind of similar, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, they are. They live in a shell. And they're really slow. So they kind of are alike.
Yes.
Right?
I guess so.
Sometimes
I don't
wonder,
know. I don't know my are they amphibians?
I don't know what the snail is.
Very well.
Is it an insect? A reptile?
No, it's not.
Is a turtle a reptile?
Well, the turtle might be a reptile.
I don't know.
We are now officially not doing well with our education.
No, right? We are not smarter than a fifth grader.
No, we are not. Whatever we got taught in elementary school, high school, gone.
We know what they are. We just can't put them. We just can't put an animal to the name. Right? We know insects. We know insects.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think we know most mammals.
Oh.
Unless you throw in a whale. I don't know if a whale's a mammal or is it something else.
I think it's a mammal.
And what's a crustacean?
Oh, good God. Stop
right?
talking.
I know, right? There's so, like, what are those things? I think maybe we need to revisit. That's our game for the lake. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? And we can brush up on our skills, Samantha.
Oh, fantastic.
Right? Right? That's what we can do. So I saw a picture the other day of Kate Middleton. Mm-hmm. She's totally given in. She's totally kicked all the trends to the curb, or all the old trends to the curb. She had on a pair of mom jeans.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. And I'm like, Now that mom jean looks a lot better on somebody that can tuck.
Yep.
Right? However, when the HHG and I went out last week, HHG, she's made some changes.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if it's because she listens to the podcast and has taken our advice or if it's just on her own. I don't know. But the HHG has ditched the side part.
Oh.
She's going for a middle part.
What?
Yeah. Because that's what she's been told. Right? And she had on not mom jeans, but she had on like baggy jeans.
What?
Uh-huh. And they looked good. She can pull it off, of course.
Uh-huh.
Right?
But she's a tucker.
She's a French tuck.
Yes.
Right? Not a total tuck. A French tuck.
French tuck.
Yeah. She had on a pair of Levi's and they were like a baggy Levi.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. And her hair parted in the middle, but kind of like with like a zigzag. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that though. That was the wrong thing to say, sorry. Right? But you could tell, right? Not a side part.
Yes, okay.
Not a side part. So then, the next day, I had to go get my hair cut.
Uh-huh.
By your sister-in-law.
Did you ask her about your bangs?
Oh, Samantha, I asked about my bangs. She said I can't have bangs.
No, because you have no hair.
I have no hair. And then I asked about ditching my side part.
Did she laugh like I just laughed?
She said it would be a really, really, really tough look. She didn't think it would be the best look for me. She thought it would look a little bit like alfalfa. And she thinks that who's ever spreading rumors about getting rid of the side part if they're going to do that, they should remind people that if you have short hair, you probably have to keep your side part. And it's okay.
Yes.
Right? She's very adamant about you need to keep your side part. I'm like, but apparently it's not in style anymore. She's like, you have to keep it.
Yeah, you do.
You have to keep it, right? I already feel I have some jeans that are a little bit bigger, so I'm good there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I do feel like the whole you should part your hair in the middle is for people who actually have longer hair than you.
Well,
I would just like to preface that.
That's what I'm wondering too.
Because I part my hair down the middle.
Yeah.
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 So
yeah.
I have longer.
It's not much longer than mine anymore.
Oh dear God, it's really longer than yours.
Not much, really.
Yes, it is.
No, your bangs are longer than mine.
Lisa.
For sure.
My hair is down to my shoulders.
Mine will be in probably 2 weeks too.
No, it is so short.
It's not so short. I just got a cut.
It's so short.
Because it's summer. And then I get hot, right? It's not my fault that it's too short.
Oh my
It's
God.
my hairdresser's fault.
No, that's your fault.
No, I don't go in saying I want it too short.
No, but then what are you going in for?
Haircuts.
Yeah, okay. Well, what is she supposed to cut then?
My hair.
Okay.
Because then it gets big and puffy and then I'm unrecognizable.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Just
Right?
You should just try and let your hair grow.
I can't. Remember I did a year ago during the pandemic and it didn't really go
that's
well.
right. Yes.
Didn't really go well.
And then we started talking about hair and then everyone got mad.
And everybody got mad because
Oh my God, we
hates
just
hair.
did it again.
Just did it again.
Oops.
Pissing off more people. Well, you know what? But here's the thing, Samantha, right? Hair is a big deal in my world.
This is true.
So if you're going to listen to our podcast, you're going to have to hear about things that are a big deal in my world. My crazy food habits, my weird husband, and my hair obsession.
And your hair obsessed.
Right? I can't change who I am.
That's true.
Right?
That's
just
very true.
It's just how I roll.
Yeah.
I will not apologize for it.
No. Don't do it.
I won't do it. I won't do it, Samantha.
Okay, I heard a rumor though.
Okay, tell me. I love a good rumor.
Apparently, Costco is bringing back samples.
Yes! Time to get a membership. Time for me to get a membership. Good. That means I'm going to go to Costco with you or the HHG more often.
You know Saskatchewan's reopening when Costco brings back the samples.
Costco's bringing back the samples. How exciting is that? And Saskatchewan is saying that we may be able to go maskless as of the 11th of July.
Apparently.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't know.
I asked the HHG and she said she will always wear a mask because she likes to hide. Right? And I said to her, I said, you know what? Set a mask and you put on a big hat and you're set. She's like, how do you know I wore a hat today? And she took a picture and she had a hat on. I'm like, because I know you. Right? I know you. Right? I don't know. I think I'll ditch the mask, I think. If I can.
Yeah.
Right?
It depends on where you work, how they feel about that.
But I mean,
for work.
Here, this is going to be my issue with all works. Your work, my work, everybody's work. At some point, all works, if your government at some point starts saying we can go back to normal, at some point all the workplaces have to start doing that too.
And if someone wears a mask, it will be probably a personal thing. Yeah,
which is perfectly fine. Nobody's saying you can't. But I would hate for workplaces to not follow the advice of the doctors and what they feel can be done.
I think most will.
You know, right? That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's what
I'm not worried.
Because that's the goal, right? The goal is to be able to go back once people are vaccinated and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already feel comfortable. I don't care. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Right? I'm just saying I want no mask.
Uh-huh.
That's what I want. You know what else I want? I want food trucks and buffets. I want buffets back once this is all said and done. Neater and cleaner, sure. But I want a buffet. I at least want a brunch.
A brunch would be nice.
Right? I at least want a brunch.
Mm-hmm.
I think buffets have been serving up nastiness way before the pandemic came.
This is true.
Right? Like, in general. I miss a buffet. I like selection.
I do too.
Right? So I hope that they figure out how to work that.
Well, and I'm looking forward to food trucks.
I know, right? Because
I'd like a good food. Yeah, I'd like a good food truck.
Yeah, especially in the summertime. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Bring back the food truck.
Bring back the food trucks.
Let it be summer and food trucking.
Yeah, that's all. That's not too much to ask.
Yeah.
Keep your mask on. That's fine. Right? Whatever.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do to make that great hot dog. Right? Keeps popping up in my memories on Facebook. Apparently 3 years ago we were eating from food trucks.
We were.
Because I'm getting Facebook memories of it. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Cool.
That looks like a good hot dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
okay, cool.
We need to get that back.
All right.
All right.
Okay. But now comes my segment. Lisa, it's things you want to know. All right, Lisa. This is what you need to know. Summer fun facts.
Okay, I'm ready.
Mosquitoes have been on Earth for more than 30 million years.
Does that not blow your mind?
They have perfected getting to you.
So they are like the cockroach.
They cannot be killed.
They cannot be killed. And they just keep they live through everything.
They do.
Right?
That's scary, though.
That is scary. That's a long time, 30 million years.
It's 30 million years.
Right? Sometimes I think of dinosaurs when I see dinosaurs, and I'm just like, God, imagine living when those would just be like, hey, hi, T-Rex. Would have been a weird time back then.
I think it would be, yep.
Right?
For sure.
Weird. Okay, cool.
All right. Watermelon is one of summer's best summer treats. Did you know that watermelons are not a fruit, but a vegetable? They belong to the cucumber family of vegetables.
I don't know if I knew that. I might have known that.
They grow on a vine.
So they're like a tomato.
And a pumpkin is the same way.
So they're all, so a pumpkin is not a fruit?
No, it's a vegetable.
I never really thought of what a pumpkin was. Other than a jack-o'-lantern.
Or a pie.
Or a pie. That's all that I ever thought it was. Interesting, Samantha.
Watermelons are not fruit.
Huh, good to know.
Ice pops were invented in 1905 by an 11-year-old boy.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were.
they were. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Ice pops, Mr. Freezy's, otter pops.
Anything frozen with color.
A popsicle.
Awesome. So good.
Frisbees were invented in the 1870s as a pie plate, but in the 1940s, college students began throwing them around.
Oh, that wouldn't have been good.
And that's how it became a Frisbee.
Huh. Is that ever interesting?
Yeah.
Huh. Go figure. On a pie plate.
A pie plate.
Cool.
The woman's first bathing suit was created in the 1800s. It came with a pair of bloomers.
Kind of sounds like your bathing suit.
No, it does not.
A little bit.
No.
Well, what are you going to do with that bright blue bathing suit?
I'm not bringing it.
Not this. You can bring it the second trip, not the first trip.
Well, I'm not bringing it at either trip.
Oh, do you have a new bathing suit?
No.
You're not going to wear a bathing suit?
I don't want to risk it.
You're not going to wear a bathing suit?
No, they were shorts, Lisa.
Oh, yeah, right.
That went over the bathing suit. It wasn't the bathing suit.
I think the later part was, the second trip you were okay in bright blue.
No, I never brought them.
You didn't?
No, because that's when Annette told me that bright blue is apparently the color that attracts like all the bugs.
You were wrecking the beach experience.
I was.
My friend, because you were in bright blue.
I was in bright blue.
Just keep them black. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple,
Keep
stupid.
it simple. Interesting. 1800s women wearing a bathing suit.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting, Samantha.
All right, Lisa, do you have an I shake my head?
I do. My I shake my head is that the insect known as the fly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So my question, where do they come from? Why do we have them? Why do they grow? And why do they live on my patio door? I shake my head at that.
Oh my God, seriously?
And how do they get, right? They get into your patio door when you have the one part of your door open, right?
Yeah.
And then they somehow get in, like, so we have the screen. They somehow get in between the screen and the glass. And they must know, they can't be a smart animal, because they must know your life is over here. Right? Like, your life is done in this area that you're in right now. Your life is over.
It's done. It's over.
It's over, because I don't see myself saving you. Because then I gotta touch you.
Yes.
And you're a dirty bug.
Or I'm going to swat you because I hate flies.
Yeah, because they're dirty.
Because they're gross.
Because every time they land on you, they secretly poop. Right? That's gross. Right? So I've been shaking my head a bit at flies.
Okay. Well, it's a good... I don't know where they come from. I don't know why we have them. Apparently, they're somewhat useful to someone.
I don't know.
Somewhere.
Like on that sticky thing, maybe. I don't know. That's all I can think. So I shake my head at flies, Samantha.
All right.
What about you? What about you? You got a nice shake my head?
Yeah. I'm going to shake my head at me.
Okay.
Well, I live in a small world, right? I don't get out much.
Right.
I might have an online shopping issue.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Well, because I haven't gone out, I haven't shopped or done anything.
Nobody
like that.
has, because we've been in a pandemic for 2 years.
I know. Okay. But I have to tell Mom there's a package coming on Monday.
What are you buying?
Oh, I bought some stuff from the Bay.
What'd you buy?
I bought a pair of running shoes.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah. So, but I had gift card money from the
Yeah.
Hudson Bay.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
they free.
Good. But so what all else you been buying online?
Pants.
Why are you buying pants?
Pants, t-shirts.
Huh.
I'm very close to H&M right now.
Are you?
I've gotten a few things from them.
Huh.
I may have a shopping addiction.
Do they have the pants that you like?
Yeah, I bought some wide leg pants.
Oh, I thought you only wanted skinny leg pants.
No.
Oh, you've changed that now?
Well, because I was thinking of my boot.
Okay, but now you don't have a boot.
Well,
or you're not going to have a boot.
Soon.
Then what are you going to do?
I'm going to still wear them.
So, like, you bought, like, bell bottoms?
No, like wide leg pants, but like more like an ankle kind of length pant.
Like a dress pant or a casual pant?
No, just like a jean.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You're going to wear jeans all summer?
No.
Okay. Well, because last summer I think you wore jeans all summer.
I did.
Which I didn't quite understand. Right? You know.
We'll see how I feel about all the body parts this year.
Just saying, right? You can't be in jeans all summer, Samantha.
Yes, Lisa.
All right, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so
right.
so you have your I shake my head is that you and your shopping addiction.
Yes, I have to slow down.
Yeah, right. Or you're going to spend too much money, and you don't need to spend all that money on things.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. That's my job. Right? That's my job, is to keep you in check.
Yeah, sharing advice.
Keep you in check, Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. All right.
Alrighty.
All right.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got. That's all you got. That's all I got, too.
Okay.
That's all I got. I think that's the end of the podcast.
Oh my God, are we wrapping it up?
No, we don't need to. We can talk about anything. What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about how many clocks right now I'm in front of. I have the computer, I have my phone, and then there's 3 clocks on Mike's desk.
3?
3.
What the hell do you need 3 for?
I don't know. I guess in case 2 don't work.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Okay.
I've created a clock monster.
Yes, you have.
That's what I've done. Right? How many clocks do you have? Do you have a clock in your bedroom?
No.
Like, really? Like, you just use your phone?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I can't do that. I need to have a visual of a clock, of the time.
No.
Yeah. I need to see that.
Okay.
I don't want to have to pick up my phone every time to see what time it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's not my thing.
Okay.
All right. That's all I got to say about that.
All right. So let's, again, thank you, John, for putting our stuff together, and this one will be interesting. Remember to check out our social media, guys, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and remember to download and subscribe.
Absolutely. That's the most important. Download and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
We should make a jingle. Download and subscribe. Shh. Download and subscribe. Shh. Download. Like that, hey? Or spell it out. DDDDOOOOWWWW. Like that.
No,
you don't want to do that one?
No, don't.
All right, fine, Samantha, fine. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Samantha, always a pleasure.
It should be.
This has been a transmission of the Podfix Network. For more about this show and other great Podfix programs, go to podfixnetwork.com.